Good morning. It's day 111. Plan for today is to go 17 miles to the Nade shelter. Today we're going to be going over Dragon's Tooth, I think it's called. It's going to be a little bit of a tougher climb for Virginia, so we'll see how today goes. Last night I stayed at the Four Pines Hostel. It's a very nice hostel. It's donation-based. She had frozen pizza that we were allowed to make in the freezer already, and then this morning she made a breakfast of eggs, bacon, and pancakes, which is very good. I'm glad I stayed there last night because it got down to 36 degrees, so a little bit chilly. It's supposed to warm back up a little bit today. I think it's going to get up to 77 either today or tomorrow, so either way it's going to warm back up a little bit, so looking forward to that. This is almost like being in New York again. That's the trail up there. So that was the view on top of Dragon Tooth. It was a pretty good view. One thing I didn't do is I didn't get a picture of the rock formation itself. It's probably about 30 or 40 feet high. It just looks pretty much like a giant tooth. So, a little tricky to get up there, but I was more impressed with the people who were up there because they carried their whole packs up there. I wasn't doing that. I just climbed up there myself because I figured it was hard enough to get up there. I wasn't going to bring my pack. I think someone has a very creative imagination because I believe that is the 700 mile marker. So that's the first one I've seen done like that, so that's kind of cool. Good morning. Today's day 112. Plan for today is to go around 23 miles to Wind Rock. Supposed to be a decent sunset there, so I'll check in with you guys up trail. There have been a lot of these rock statues in this area. Far out says they were possibly built by old farmers. Doesn't give a reason, but I guess possibly for land marking. There's a couple more over there too, and I think this is probably like the 8th one I've passed so far. So I don't know if they are using them to mark their property. So I just encountered a little bit of a scary situation. There's 2 hunting dogs on trail, and they were just wandering around. And then when they saw me, they started barking and approaching. Well, that scared the crap out of me. So I just hollered at them to stay, slowly backed away, and they listened. So that was a good thing. So this is the largest oak tree on the Appalachian Trail in the south. Far out says it's 300 years old. This thing's massive. Good morning. Today's day 113. Last night I only made it to the War Spore shelter. About 5 miles from where I was originally aiming for. So plan for today is to do 19 to a stealth campsite, And then tomorrow that will set me up to do a Nero into town. And I'll check in with the guys up trail. So it does look like it's supposed to rain today, and because I just couldn't end up doing this extra 5 miles yesterday, I'm gonna end up having to pack up a wet tent. If I was able to do those miles yesterday, I would have been able to stay at shelter tonight and not have to worry about packing up a tent. But I guess it's all gonna work out. Just feel a little extra weight tomorrow. The wind is blowing pretty hard up here. It's probably about 30-40 miles an hour. Good morning. It's day 114. Plan for today is to go 14 miles to town. Town's Petersburg. Last night I did not beat the rain. It torrential downpour, and I was about 30 minutes too late to camp. So my shoes soaked through. By the time I had my tent up, the interior of the tent was all wet. So everything pretty much I have is wet to some degree. My feet are soaking wet, and I finally just regained feeling in them. I'm about 6 miles in, and I just started filming because that's how, between the wind and everything being wet, I just had to warm up first before I started filming. But I'm about to hit a shelter here, so I'm gonna take my shoes off, dry my feet a little bit, warm them up, and then I'll get back here on trail and hopefully have a nice Nero. Good morning. Today is day 115. Plan for today is to go 21 miles to Dismissal Creek. It's just a campsite, and it actually has water, so that's a pro. Last night got a little cold, and the guy at the hostel, he forgot to turn on the heat in the bunkhouse, so I had to sleep in my sleeping bag. It was still a little bit warmer than outside, so I guess that's a pro, but it got a little chilly in there, so. But I'm all resupplied and ready to go. The last 4 or 5 miles have pretty much been just covered in these rhododendron, pretty much like a green tunnel. Did forget to mention, I added a new piece of gear, if you want to call it that, to what I've been hiking with. So, because of the day when it rained and my shoes got wet, following day, it was freezing cold and had to hike in wet shoes, and I couldn't feel my feet for a little bit. So I decided I'm gonna get the plastic shopping bags that you get at grocery stores. So I added 2 of those to my bag, and next time my shoes soak through, I'll have a little bit longer of a period before my feet get too wet. So hopefully that will help. We will see. Or maybe I'll even get luckier and not have that happen again, but I doubt that last one. Good morning. It's day 116. Plan for today is to go around 22 miles to Heavely's Mill Shelter. Pretty much the only option in the area. There's a bunch of tent sites in the area, but none of them have water. So I'd either have to carry water up the hill or go down to the shelter, which would be 0.6 off trail to get the water and back up. So by the time I do that, I might just go to the shelter. So that's the plan. And I'll check in with you guys up trail. I'm currently about 6 miles from camp. And there's a 600-mile marker. And I did forget to mention earlier that I am having to have my next pair of shoes sent to me because I'm definitely pushing these a little too far. By the time I'm able to get my shoes, these will have around 670 some miles on them. And I can feel it a little bit. It's time to change them out. So when I get to Damascus, hopefully my shoes will be there waiting for me. And another thing, my stove that I've been carrying, it's the Fire Maple stove. I've encountered a few issues with it, and so when I get to Damascus I will be replacing that too. One of the issues is the igniter broke, and so me being the smart person I am, I took it out to save weight. Well, that's a bad idea because now the air to fuel ratio is messed up, so now it doesn't cook right. Also, not sure if it's my fault or I grabbed a bad can, but the threads on it got cross-threaded, so now it's incredibly difficult to screw onto a can. So I made it this far, but I think when I get to Damascus I'm just going to replace it as long as there's a store with one available. I'll probably try to upgrade and do a different one, but we will see. Look at this, a little trail magic in the south. Good morning, it's day 117. The plan for today is still slightly unknown. There's a few options. There's Burke's Garden Hostel, I think it is. Either that or the Bear something hostel. I don't know. There's one or two hostels. Whichever one's 21 miles away, I think. I'm probably staying there tonight. But I'm not 100% sure. There's a couple other campsites around, but they're all dry, so I'd have to carry water to them. There's one at 15 miles. I could do that. It just means I have to do a little bit more miles the following days. So, all undecided right now, but that hostel's looking pretty good because the only thing I don't like about it is I am planning on staying at the Alpaca Hostel on Saturday, so that's 2 days from now, so that's 2 hostels right in a row. But I did check the budget, it is within budget to do it, so I might just go for it. So I made my decision. I'm just gonna stay at both. It's gonna be cold tonight, and my pad has developed a slow leak, so maybe I'll be able to find the leak if I get in early enough. If not, I'll definitely be able to find the leak when I'll hopefully be able to find it when I stay at the other hostel, because that would be a little bit of a narrow day, so I won't be doing too many miles on that day. But yeah, hopefully I find it. I do have gear repair tape I can use. I just have to find it first. This would make for a great swimming hole if it was about 30 degrees warmer. Made it to the Burke's Garden Hostel. Got all my chores done. Could not find the leak in my AO mattress, so we'll see what I decide to do from here. But yeah, looks like I'll be living with it for a little bit longer. And I'll check in with you guys tomorrow.